How does wind energy, and more specifically wind turbines, affect the environment? First off, it is important to understand the driving factor behind wind turbines, and that's wind. Wind is caused by air flowing from high to low pressure zones. This rapid movement of air can be harnessed to produce energy without giving off harmful emissions, such as large amounts of CO2, for example as fossil fuels are burned to create energy. This is commonly referred to as simply wind energy. The terms wind energy describe the process by which the wind is used to generate mechanical power or electricity. Wind turbines convert the kinetic energy in the wind into mechanical power. This mechanical power can be used for specific tasks, such as grinding grain or pumping water, or more commonly, a generator can convert this mechanical power into electricity. Although wind turbines seem like complex machinery, they operate on a fairly simple principle. Wind turbines typically have 3 blades around a rotor in the middle. These 3 blades catch the wind and the wind begins to spin them around the rotor. The rotor is connected to the main shaft, which spins a generator. This generator converts the mechanical energy into electricity. The animation shown displays how a wind farm works and how the energy is transferred to people's homes. The electricity created within the generator inside the wind turbine is transferred to a substation, which then transports the electricity to a power grid, which in turn distributes the electricity to homes or other buildings. Wind turbines have many positive effects on our lives. First off, wind power is very cost effective. Land-based utility-scale wind is one of the lowest price energy sources available today, costing between 2 and 6 cents per kilowatt hour, depending on the wind resource and the particular project's financing. Because the electricity from wind farms is sold at a fixed price over a long period of time, for example 20 years, and its fuel is free, wind energy eliminates the price uncertainty that fuel costs add to traditional sources of energy. Another factor that makes wind energy more advantageous than fossil fuels is that it is a clean energy source. Wind turbines do not pollute the air with harmful gases or chemicals that can harm human health, and they do not produce atmospheric emissions that cause acid rain, smog, or greenhouse gases that have a detrimental effect on our environment. Another factor that makes wind energy a great choice is that wind turbines can be built on existing farms or ranches. This greatly benefits the economy in rural areas where most of the best wind sites are found. Farmers and ranchers can continue to work the land because the wind turbines use only a fraction of the land. Wind power plant owners make rent payments to the farmer or rancher for the use of the land, providing landowners with additional income. Not only do wind turbines benefit humans ecologically, but also economically. Wind energy has an annual economic impact of a staggering $20 billion on the U.S. economy. In 2016, the U.S. wind sector employed more than 100,000 workers. According to the Wind Vision report, the wind energy field has the potential to support more than 600,000 jobs in manufacturing, installation, maintenance, and supporting services by 2050. Wind turbine technician has been reported to be one of the fastest growing American jobs. Although wind turbines might appear to be the perfect clean energy solution, there are many drawbacks to these unique pieces of technology which the general public does not necessarily take into account. While there are many positive attributes to wind turbines, there are also many downsides to using them, such as the hefty price, numerous health impacts on humans, and the increased bird death rate. Wind turbines under 100 kilowatts cost roughly $3,000 to $8,000 per kilowatt of capacity. A 10 kilowatt machine, which is roughly the size needed to power a large home, might have an installation cost of $50,000 to $80,000 or possibly even more. This is simply for private use, for example on someone's farm or at their home. Wind turbines become even more expensive at the commercial level. The cost for utility-scale wind turbine range from about $1.3 to $2.2 million per megawatt of nameplate capacity installed. Most of the commercial-scale turbines today are 2 megawatt in size, roughly costing about $3 to $4 million per wind turbine. Wind farms can have as few as 5 wind turbines or as many as 150. One of the largest wind farms in the U.S. is in Altamont Pass, California. It has more than 4,800 wind turbines. This is somewhere around $14 billion. The steep prices on wind turbines aren't the only factor that drives some people away from supporting the continuation of the use of wind turbines. There are many hazardous health impacts on humans that have been reported. A study in Canada found that people who live or work in close proximity to wind turbines have experienced symptoms that include decreased quality of life, annoyance, stress, sleep disturbance, headache, anxiety, depression, and cognitive dysfunction. Some have also felt anger and grief. Suggested causes of symptoms include a combination of wind turbine noise, infrasound, dirty electricity, ground current, and shadow flicker. Humans are not the only organisms affected by wind turbines, though. One study found that somewhere between 140,000 and 328,000 birds die each year from collisions with wind turbines. Bats are also impacted the same way birds are, but on a greater scale. Wind turbines are estimated to kill around 600,000 to 900,000 bats each year. Wind turbines have an overall positive effect on the environment. From 1990 to 2012, there was a 58% increase in the overall CO2 emissions from burning fossil fuels. There are many negative side effects to this massive release of CO2 in our atmosphere, and by using wind turbines, a clean energy source, we can help to cut down the amount of CO2 released into our atmosphere each year without having to sacrifice our energy usage. Wind turbines allow us to complete the same everyday tasks requiring electricity without polluting our planet of harmful gases and chemicals.